Apex Legends hits 50 million players. And this is coming from Apex's own site, their own Twitter account. Good job, me. I can talk. 1 month.
Use your words.
1 month after its initial release, Apex Legends has hit 50 million players worldwide. From Apex Legends' Twitter account, quote, Apex Legends hit 50 million players worldwide. We are humbled by all your support and can't wait to show you what's next. In a brief video, developer Respawn Entertainment also revealed that over the last month, 158 million finishers have been used, 1.23 billion ultimates have been activated, and 31 billion pings have been placed. End quote. Which, whoo, that's a lot.
Well, I mean,
that's a lot right there.
I'll say it now. I mean, I'll say I told you so. Because I remember not too long ago I was talking to you guys about how, like, oh, you know, Fortnite's a fad, and they're going to move on to the next thing soon, and here is the next thing.
Yeah.
So it's you never see them coming usually with these the new next fad, next thing, and there'll be something after Apex Legends too. Probably not too long from now, but for now it's kind of captured. You know, if you go on like Twitch and stuff like that, it's usually kind of ranking up near the top. Fortnite's still holding strong.
Yeah, Fortnite's still.
I think that's a part of that though is because they just had a season change, so it's kind of artificially inflated. But yeah, it seems like Apex has kind of become the new thing for a lot of the streamers. Especially, I think part of it is due to just kind of the popularity of some other things waning a little bit too. So
yeah, I mean, with Apex Legends doing so well, one, it is the new hotness. It's the new shiny. You know, it just came out this past February, and now we're like in the beginning of March. So it's still very new. I think what'll be very interesting to see is about like maybe like 5 to 6 months from now how well Apex Legends is still doing compared to Fortnite. At that time.
Yeah, to see if it's truly supplanted it as the new fad. I'll call it a fad. You know, it's
I get you, and like the one thing I will definitely have to say it is very interesting is because I believe within a day or within a week, or it was within a few times, a very short time, Apex Legends gained 10 million players. I think it was within a day or two, which quickly outpaced. Yeah, it was within a day or two, where it took about a week or more for Fortnite to gain that many players, where it only took Apex not even less than half that, if that makes any sense.
I think it's an indicator of kind of the trends of gaming now in terms of how we've come a long way from, you know, in the 90s where you'd hear, you know, the primary way you would interact and see, you know, and decide to purchase a video game was like, you know, for rentals and magazines and even TV commercials. Now it's you go on Twitch or some other streaming service and you see somebody playing the game and you wanna pick it up yourself, and now it's easier than ever to pick it up because it's a free download. A lot of times it's just a free game and it's a service, you know, and it's I think that's kind of the shape of things to come, and I think you know it's a topic I know we're going to be discussing eventually in another episode about games as service, but I think that is, for better or worse, the direction we're going. I think we're going to eventually get to a point where maybe there's only 1 or 2 new games a year, and it is just, you know, a bunch of add-ons and new seasons for, you know, these popular, you know, big free-to-play games.
Yeah, so,
I
mean, I'm not...
For better or worse, I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing at this point.
That's kind of where the trajectory is going.
That's kind of how I see it.
Yeah, and I will definitely have to say... One, I do think Apex would definitely be a game that I would definitely kind of lean towards, because one, I do love, it's in the Titanfall universe, it's in that world. Apex Legends it's made by Respawn, so I love Titanfall, so kind of having it be there. And then two, it's more team based instead of you're kind of by yourself, because that's kind of, I think that's the reason why people are gravitating towards Apex over Fortnite now, is that it's more competitive, you're playing with a team, and then you can stay inside of the game, so when you die you don't kick out, and start a whole new game. You stay in and you're pinging you're helping your teammates, and you're pinging to specific locations, whether it's to bring you back, or here's some really good loot, or here's a guy, or that kind of stuff, which now, because of that, Fortnite has pinging in its game now too.
Yeah, and I kind of like that part of it. I mean, I get you know, some aspects of it, like, you know, like like if you go back to PUBG, that was 2 fads ago now.
Yeah, I know.
But PUBG kind of had the it was sort of like the Counter-Strike rule where like if you die, then okay, it's your turn. You sit out and you're done for that game. You know, I kind of like the idea of, you know, I mean, it's I guess it's more of a kind of a casual friendly type of thing where it kind of, you know, it gives you something to do even if you're not so good at the game. Like, okay, well, maybe I got killed in the first conflict here, but I can still kind of help my team and kind of feel like I'm part of the team.
It also doesn't stop the flow of the game, because like when you die, you have to get kicked out. Or let's say, for instance, you know, you're the first one to die like you and a group of your friends go ahead and get into a match. You're the first one to die. In order to come back, you just pretty much have to do something else. So either your friends have to bail out with you, or you just wait. Where having this ping system allows you to stay in the match with your friends, and that way you don't have to, you know, quit.
I like that aspect of it. It's clearly meant for more of a team type of thing. So I like that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Is it my game? No. And I mean, of course, it's an EA product as well too. So, you know, but yeah, it seems to be the fad for now. But we'll see how the numbers bear it out in a couple of months.
Last thing before we go on is that it's very interesting because EA stock was dropping, and I think I've mentioned this before, but EA stock was absolutely dropping before this game came out. And it was tanking. If this game didn't come out, it wouldn't have saved... Apex Legends saved EA's stock. This game comes out and it just skyrockets their stock back up. Because if they didn't have this and then Anthem comes out, it would continue to go down. Apex Legends came out, and what I've heard or found out is that Respawn went to the higher-ups over at EA saying, we want to make this game, and the higher-ups at EA were like, yeah, no, I don't think so. And Respawn went, no, you need this game. We need to make this game, which is Apex Legends. And then they were like, fine, whatever, go ahead. If you fail, we don't care. And if you make money, well, you make money. And then they made the game, and look what it's doing now. It is making money for EA.
It's kind of what they need. I mean, because EA has kind of gone through a lot of their other developers at this point. I mean, like whose reputation isn't tarnished anymore, really. I mean, look at the once great BioWare. I mean, they've fallen apart completely.
Yeah.
Look at
Visceral Games is gone.
Visceral Games is gone. DICE. Look at what happened with Battlefield. I mean, all these big former titans of developers are falling apart.
What's odd is that Apex Legends is a game that EA pretty much just didn't care about, had no faith in, and they pretty much just made this game, and it's doing so well. And that's kind of the odd thing, is that, you know, EA was definitely very hands-on with Anthem, but they could care less about Apex, and look what game is doing better. And both these games came out in February, so...
Yeah, I think Anthem was the more, like, I guess you could say, kind of traditional game you'd expect to be successful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I just find that very interesting. So yeah.